Switch games on Amazon right now.
Which Mario game?
Super Mario
Odyssey?
Bros. U.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that one that came out
it's
last.
the side scroller one.
Yeah, last March.
Okay, that's not really. I don't know if that's new. I think it's a port from the
Newish.
Wii.
Still.
I don't know.
Well, do you have a?
Yeah.
I don't have a Wii U.
You had me at Mario Galaxy. Where can I get that?
Seriously.
For?
Yeah, it's for the Wii.
Like I can't play it on like the Switch.
No, they didn't release it. You're thinking Odyssey, I think, right?
Oh, I have
Yeah.
Odyssey. Odyssey's
Yeah.
very good.
All right, let's do a show.
Right.
I think we're streaming again, so we'll try this.
Hey,
No, I
everyone. No.
I don't know. It stopped.
No, I see it going again.
Oh, okay.
It should refresh, or if you refresh the page, it should be going in the same
Okay.
place. Yeah, like I'm seeing it.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
So, all right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a share. Boop. I'm gonna do a watch party over on this computer. Nope, that is Twitter. That is Twitter.
The Twitter machine.
Oh wait, this is last week when you were playing with Ghostbusters toys. Why is that on here?
But you know what game I do want?
What's that?
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh,
Is that a new one?
It is. I didn't think it was. I saw an interview about it today. It is new.
there is a.
It's not just a port of the first two trilogies and then like new stuff.
'Cause
For
I have
the
like
new
full
movies.
trilogy stuff that they've given me on.
No,
on
I think they use the I think they put back in the voices and stuff because the first Lego Star Wars games did not have voices.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready to show?
Yeah, let's do this.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 692 Tuesday. We've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter. That's right, I'm going with it. We don't give any fucks. It is Thanksgiving week. It is a holiday. We have with us from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. It is Mad Mike.
Hey Sorg, the only turkey I see is sitting over there on the fucking couch.
Whoa, right there. We got a
Gobble
long
gobble,
shot.
motherfuckers.
It's Ronnie Starks.
Hello, everyone. I guess I'm a giant fucking turkey.
Back in the studio playing with all the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had dogs earlier. They're all gone now.
Oh, that dog was
Let
great.
the dogs out.
Wait, what's that?
Who
Let
let
the
the
dogs out.
dogs out?
Well, apparently Missy did. Missy went.
who?
I don't know. Missy.
Finally, we know it was Missy. Someone call the Baja Men.
Missy like
Tell
took the
them.
one dog, said, I need to get a hamburger, and left. And we haven't seen her again. I don't know where she's getting a hamburger in this neighborhood at 9:30 at night.
Did she turn the dog into a hamburger?
Oh no.
Wicked.
That's weird because I heard dogs are usually better meat for pepper steak.
Oh no.
no.
That's a wrestling joke, guys.
It is.
What
a wrestling joke.
Oh. Guys, anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We're going to try to talk about pro wrestling tonight. And I think we got the Mandalorian talk out of our system on the pre-show. Let's be honest.
It'll
about
never
this.
be out of our
I did
system.
watch Lady and Tramp today. Well, mostly.
Sorry,
I fell asleep.
I saw a gif of Snitsky punting Baby Yoda.
Oh no!
Snitsky can go straight to hell.
That's a joke. I didn't see that, but internet. Now that you
Now that that's been out in the world, let's make that
Wink,
happen.
wink, nudge, nudge.
don't worry,
send
it's
him
not
in.
my
right.
fault.
So
It's not my fault.
you can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, where you can find links to us in a podcast and video form, or look us up on your favorite platform. Please subscribe and rate us on those podcast platforms, especially like it on the Twitter. Hey, if you're in the live chat room right now, do me a favor. Give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, give me whatever you're feeling right now about the show, so more people can find us out there. Give us some love out there on the Facebook Live or whatever platform you might be joining us on right now. You can also ask your Google Home, Amazon Echo, or that Siri device to listen to the Wrestling Mayhem Show podcast. When you hop out of the shower or whatever, you can email us at that email address.
Good times.
Yes, good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0 at Mayhem Show on the Twitter, and a Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page, and a wonderfully active Wrestling Mayhem Show group. I've just been dropping just random images that I find over on, including you see Ronnie Starks not being able to carry in wrestling, the Ronnie
Starks can't carry anything.
No, we know that Ronnie Starks can't carry Jordan Styles. Like, literally, you dropped him.
He jumped in my arms. He didn't really give me a chance to react.
Ronnie,
He's just
when
like,
someone jumps in your arms, you have to catch them.
I mean, this isn't
what we
Dirty
call the
Dancing. Like, I'm not gonna do the lift.
Although that would be amazing, and you need to work on that.
Do you want me to text him and be like, "Yo, we're doing the lift next month"?
Yes, go ahead, do that. I mean, what are we doing? Like a Rise or something next month?
I don't.
If you tell me you're going to do Dirty Dancing at the next Rise show, I'll cancel whatever that other booking is and come to Rise.
Fine, we're doing
Ronnie,
Jordan. We're doing the Dirty Dancing.
I'm sorry, West Virginia. We're not going to see each other next month.
Ronnie, there's a new exercise called Sways Fit.
Sways Fit.
Sways Fit.
Okay.
It's doing CrossFit, but holding a 50-pound dumbbell in the air like Jennifer Grey.
Can I be the Sways Fit Jesus?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm in.
But every workout you finish, it has to be the time of your life.
And,
I guarantee you'll never feel that way before. I swear.
I owe it all to you, Mike.
It's the truth.
I owe it all to you.
Anyways, it's a lot of singing on this show tonight. You can also catch us and join the sing-along at 9 p.m. Eastern Time every week on Facebook Live every Tuesday. And if you catch us later on one of those other outlets and have some comments or just want to tell us what we got wrong on this episode, tweet us at Mayhem Show with the hashtag WMS692. Man, the road to 700. That's when we'll be the Wrestling Mayhem Show 700 Club. Then the rules change a little bit. You can also,
then we have to go on at 1 o'clock in the morning after a Sorg. What movie will we be airing before that? Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year
Rookie
or
of the Year?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Or apparently Dirty
Roadhouse.
Dancing now.
Yeah, Dirty Dancing. Yeah.
By the way, Ronnie, have you watched Rookie of the Year?
I watched it twice already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like since
That
Disney
is
Plus
the
came up?
correct answer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, Ronnie.
And I watched Blank Check the other day.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
Ronnie, I've also watched Blank Check. Do you know what I watched today?
I can only imagine.
Camp Nowhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You need to watch, what was that movie where all the fat kids went to camp?
Heavyweights.
Yeah, you need to watch Heavyweights next.
Heavyweights. Wow. Wow, you're calling me fat. Thanks, Ronnie.
No, I'm fat too, bro. It's okay.
I know, but you know.
There's a warning at the beginning of Mighty Ducks, by the way. They put on the warning saying there's like adult language in the Mighty Ducks movie.
Hey, they say there's sensuality in Camp Nowhere.
Do they really?
Anyways, bringing him back off of the Disney Plus podcast. You can also support us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Less than the price of a Disney Plus, including our friends at the Fan of the Show $1 level. Our friends Bo Diggity!
Woo!
Ed Burke, Bobby F. J-Town, Tina Keys, Team Hammerfist, and at the, yes, I believe I changed this last week. It is officially the Poppy Club.
Yes!
Poppy Club.
$5. Our friends Bradley, Doc Remedy, Dave Potter of the Tiny Shutter Podcast, and Kyle Turner.
I finally incepted Sorg.
And the Pizza Club, $10 level. Our friend at $13, Ryan Clark. And our manager at $20, OccupyProWrestling.com. You can support the show too at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show and get a little bit extra content for your donation as well and help the Mayhem Show grow. So, wrestle. I posed a question. Let's start with this. I posed a question, and I think I should have added a few more details to the question after people started responding. I feel like WWE has put out the best weekend of wrestle this year.
I agree. I concur.
And again, this is like we're of course pollinating the NXT all over the place. And I remember we were sitting there, and I think it was Billy Johnson that was saying that it just seems like, and we've noticed this several times. It just seems like that secondary main pay-per-view, whether it be a SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, is always paling in comparison to that Saturday Night Takeover, right?
By the way, I've been told that we should no longer call it WrestleMania weekend or Survivor Series weekend or Royal Rumble weekend. They are called Takeover weekends.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, considering. And it seemed like kind of long in the tooth, and I know some of us have other issues with the multi-person run-ins that are happening the weeks leading up to Survivor Series. Some other technical reasons for that.
15 people matches, Sword.
Yeah. How you doing? It hasn't driven you to drink, has it?
Oh, not yet.
No.
Wait till Thursday.
Wait till Thursday.
I'm just gonna start downing gravy. That's what's gonna happen.
Are you gonna dip it in biscuits?
Nope,
And
I'm
gravy?
just gonna funnel it down my gullet.
Gravy. Thank you for that, because I completely said there goes Festus when he got dumped out of the ring last week.
Yes. we're on the same brainwave, bud. We got this.
Oh man, anyways, I love Luke Gallows. We almost had him on the show once, and he's like, "Hey, I can't do this because I just signed this contract. Do you want to talk to Domino?" And I said no.
You should have said yes.
I should have said yes, but
why wouldn't we talk to Domino?
I'm just like, man, I don't know. I don't know what to ask Domino right now.
What was
Sorg,
Cherry
I know
up to?
exactly what to ask Domino.
What would you ask Domino if we would have had him on?
Is Cherry really good in those roller skates? Or are they fixed? Because I don't know if I ever saw her skate in them.
Okay.
I saw her walk in them. I feel like the wheels were locked.
Okay.
It was a legitimate question I've had for years.
It's a good question.
They definitely had to have been locked because there's no issue
I
skating
feel
down
like
the
they
rings.
had to have been.
Anyways,
It's not like we're watching fucking Brink over here. She was in a skirt and roller skates.
Brink? What?
Yeah, Brink.
What are we talking?
Sorg. Are you not up to date on your DComs?
My what's?
Disney Channel original movies, Sorg?
No, I'm not. We were
God
just having a discussion.
damn it,
Man, I
Sorg.
did not. Listen.
I was telling him about Hatching Pete, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, man.
Or
Whenever
Minutemen.
I would have been somebody of the age to watch Disney Channel original movies, I did not have the Disney Channel.
Sorg, you have Disney Plus now.
I do.
It's time, Sword.
Your mission. I've given Ronnie a mission. He has completed it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorg, your mission is to watch 2 out of the 3. And I'm saying 2 out of the 3 because Ronnie watched Rookie of the Year twice. Okay? So, Sorg, by next week, you have to watch 2 out of the 3 of these. Okay?
All right. I'm going to add them to my watch list right now.
Yep. Okay. Brink? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What's Brink about?
It's about rollerbladers, Sorg.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Are we gonna make him watch Mr. Boogity?
No.
Oh, no. I have
That's,
4 very
that's another
specific
game.
ones.
All right, there's Brink. Oh,
Okay.
they look like bad boys.
It's a good
Yes.
movie. Don't worry about it.
Yes. Xenon, Girl in the 21st Century.
Oh,
How do I
yes.
spell that?
Xenon.
Xenon. Don't worry, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Cenon.
Yep.
Okay.
Johnny Tsunami.
Hold on, wait for Xenon. Oh.
Okay.
Wait. There's a couple of these. Wait a minute.
No, the first one. The first one.
Wait,
just the first one.
I got Xenon.
You don't need to see Xenon the Zequel or Z3.
What the hell?
I mean, you can if you want to.
Z3,
I'm not going to begrudge you.
The
But
girl. Can I just pick one of these? Let's see.
no, the first one.
Girl of
Sorg,
the 21st Century.
Yes.
This is a 1999 show.
Yes, it has Raven Simone in it, Sorg. You'll love
Oh,
it.
okay, that's a plus. That's a plus, I guess. Wait. I love Stepsister from Planet Weird, Can of Worms. Like these
Oh,
movies.
can of worms, man.
Wow.
See?
What is
Sorg.
this world?
Sorg,
All right, what's number
even
3?
in the chat room, they're confirming
'Cause-
Xenon is a banger.
Because I
It
think
is a banger.
Xenon is definitely one I'm watching.
Yes.
You
Okay.
got me with that.
Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny. Wait, was that another John
T-
Morris? Is that another
TS
Johnny Impact?
No.
No.
I know how to spell
God, I
Tsunami.
wish so.
I know how to spell. There's.
You don't know.
I
that.
know how to spell Johnny's.
You didn't know how to spell Mandalorian.
Johnny Tsunami.
What about
He's a teen surfing sensation. Why is there a
Yes.
snow?
what about Lemonade Mouth? He needs to watch Lemonade Mouth.
But Sorg gets a fish out of water because he's taken out of the water.
It's true.
Listen, man.
He's
Why-
sent to Aspen.
Can't
Sorg.
I just go watch Cool Runnings?
No.
No, that doesn't
No,
count.
Sorg, you cannot. And the fourth one,
Wait, there's 4?
you have 2 of the 4 you have to watch.
Okay, what's number 4?
Double Teamed.
Yes. I watched that the other day too.
Don't type that into the wrong website.
I mean, yeah.
Absolutely type that into the wrong website.
Like, and even take
so
just
good.
Generally take Disney movies. Wait, Doug is on here?
That's
Or-
Disney's,
don't get
Doug, not
distracted.
Nickelodeon, Door.
Don't
You
get
just,
Oh, is it not as good?
no, you just
Oh,
ignore that.
Sorg.
Oh
You ignore that.
That's
no.
the ABC, Doug. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk
That
about
never
ABC,
We
happened.
don't
Doug?
talk about the ABC, Doug, with Dirt Bike Cleopatra funny. All right.
Oh,
And-
We don't
man.
talk about that shit.
And don't you dare watch Doug's first movie, because that was Doug's last movie.
Yeah.
What?
It was
Doug's
garbage.
first movie was also his last.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was not
man.
great.
Jeez.
It was not.
So
great.
basically, we're watching this instead of WWE Network lately, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Categorically.
Sorry,
Sorg,
WWE Network.
Sorg, Home Alone's 1 through 3 are on there.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm typing this in and checking.
Sorg,
Sorry.
I've listened,
And
I've listened
is
to
this
them
a new
all.
record and this becoming the Disney podcast? Is it?
No, because we actually should talk about wrestling.
And conferring with Tina, Flight of the Navigator is one of the best movies of all time.
Okay, but yes,
yes.
but that's not your assignment, Sorg.
No, that's not my
Your
assignment.
assignment is 2 out of these 4 movies.
I want to make.
Sorg,
I wanna
they're
make-
all like an hour and a half each.
I know
they're
because they're made for TV movies.
Yes, they're
So
made for
they're like
TV.
probably an hour and 20 minutes.
You know
Double Team
what?
could have been a 2-hour
You know
movie.
what? I don't know if it's on there or not, and I kind of hope it is because it was also a decom. Ronnie, have you heard of Wish Upon a Star?
It's on there.
It's on there.
It is.
Sorg, add Wish Upon a Star also to that list.
Star. I don't want to go that deep into.
No, Sorg.
No, it's
Sorg,
a banger.
Sorg,
It's good.
it's great. It's got a young Katherine Heigl in it.
Who?
Catherine
Katherine
Heigl.
Heigl from Knocked Up.
Mhm.
Okay, talk about wrestling while I figure out my
Okay.
Disney watch list right now.
You're being asked if we saw Macaulay Culkin being horny for Rhea Ripley on Twitter, and I'm
Whoa!
He was.
to be honest, literally all of Twitter is horny for Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
and
It's-
I for one do not blame them.
So we're like members of our watch party. It was like, hey,
So are members of this show right now.
She had a good weekend
she
and
did.
a good showing.
Jeez.
Great.
And
All right,
holy fuck.
on Friday she pinned Charlotte.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On Saturday, she
And listen, when I see a tweet from Lee Moriarty of like, I need to figure out how to be this clever with that clip
Yeah.
from SmackDown.
yeah,
Because you didn't see Charlotte had Sasha in the figure 8. Rhea slid in underneath Charlotte and pinned her while she was conducting the figure 8 when she was doing the bridge.
yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
And I believe that the women's War Games was the best War Games I've ever seen.
Oh, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. I liked the men's War Games slightly more, just because it had more.
It was
chaos.
it was
It had
more of
more
a
chaos
spectacle.
to it.
It was more of a spectacle.
It had more chaos to it because I don't necessarily like a team being down 2 members and still
Mhm.
winning.
Right.
I don't necessarily like that. I understand why they're doing it, and I approve of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the turn by Dakota Kai was one
Mm-hmm.
of the greatest fucking things they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that is it always in Chicago where someone has to violently injure their best friend?
It's something about Chicago. You listen, man. If you go to
it's just
Chicago, you're gonna
Chicago
tell me
way.
deep dish pizza is pizza. Fuck you. I'm turning on my friend.
Yeah, it's casserole. It's casserole.
Yeah, deep dish
motherfucker. That ain't
pizza isn't pizza. It's fuck that pizza. Fuck Chicago. You want good pizza? We got Slice on Broadway right
You know,
there.
That's right.
You see what I
will
just
say
did there? It all went full circle.
Full circle. We're not on that ad
I-
yet.
I will
that would
say
have been a
this.
great segue, though.
I'll go back to it.
WWE made a costly mistake.
What's that?
They should not have had the return of CM Punk on backstage less than a week before.
Is he here yet? Is
And-
he here yet?
and-
He's coming out, right?
It was the Great Pumpkin the whole fucking weekend.
The Great Pumpkin.
God
Punk-
damn it! I
Pumpkin.
walked into that. Oh, I walked into that, and I should have seen that coming. But yes, it was the Great CM Pumpkin, and just like Linus, those people were not fulfilled.
Well, because nothing would have equaled. Like there was so much good this weekend, but nothing it's
But
like
it killed the Survivor Series crowd.
it did. It did.
It did, and it's a shame because Survivor Series, I thought, was a fun show with a few really dumb decisions, but a fun show overall.
It was fun. It was one. I want to point out one thing because we've argued about this in the past, Mike, about whether the pre-show counts, and then the Survivor Series went and said we don't count.
Count last year. It did. It didn't count last year.
It did not count this year. But this year, have we come full circle on the kickoff show? Is pay-per-view?
It's not pay-per-view.
It's not pay-per. Okay,
That kickoff show was 2 hours long, dude.
it was.
2 hour
It's a
kickoff show.
separate
Dude.
file on the fucking network.
Holy shit.
But
It's a
still,
separate-
it had like one of the best matches of the night with the tag teams, right? It had we did count them. Of course, we did go 1-1-1 across the board. So it was like, and there was Charlie
Brown.
Caruso playing. It's really nice that this thing ended up on as an even playing field going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
it's almost
shocking.
like, how convenient, Charlie. Don't
Shocking
point it
how that
out.
happened. Shocking how that happened.
Jeez.
We're all tied up.
I thought like Booker T was ready to backhand her with that comment.
Now, see, I would say that means it doesn't count, but the pre-show was the only win Raw got.
It was.
But see, here's another argument for the pre-show doesn't count because guess who didn't acknowledge that? Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, really?
He didn't acknowledge that the Viking Raiders were the only ones who got points for Team Raw.
Yeah.
And
He had a big
they
speech.
didn't tell him.
No.
Like, I don't think Seth saw the pre-show.
No.
I mean, who knows? It's
Either way, it was War Games.
it's still not part of the pay-per-view. I'm glad it counted. this
War
time.
Games was incredible for a 4-match show.
Yep. 4 matches.
4
all you need.
matches.
And honestly, could have done 3.
Yeah.
Could have done 3. Just throw Riddle and Balor into that War Games match and have that triple threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have done 3 matches.
Yeah, you could have. Maybe.
I think my biggest pet peeve about it all is them literally taking Gargano out of the equation to even be a part of the whole damn pay-per-view. I think that really pissed me off. But
I mean that.
It was an injury.
Yeah.
was it a shoot injury or was it?
Oh no, he's out for a while.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that sucks.
He's
So-
out for a while.
But
Like
I
he
don't-
will be missing many takeovers.
I also think it was a really good, obviously this was a continuing of kind of the coming out party for NXT, right? Because we had that. I think Damian Priest got made this weekend too. A lot of people know who he is now, and he's been building over the last several weeks.
I don't know about that.
No, okay, all
He
right.
did not have a strong showing on Survivor Series.
Damien?
Yeah, he did
Oh
not.
yeah. Hey, he had a better
He
showing.
walked in, he got RKO'd, that was it.
He had a better showing than Walter.
Oh, don't even.
Oh.
No,
Way
that
to,
was bullshit.
way to piss
When-
off a
when
Claudia.
that was the first fall,
Mm-hmm.
I had PTSD from the Extreme Elimination Chamber match
Mm.
from December to Dismember.
God,
Mhm.
ugh.
That's I felt that. Like that was visceral. Like they could have fucked that entire matchup.
Mm-hmm.
They could have fucked that entire matchup. Like if you're and all right, and here I didn't want to get into this.
You
But
have to
here we
know,
go.
So we don't want to protect Walter.
Okay.
Like he gets taken out of one Claymore kick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But precious baby Braun Strowman has to lose by countout.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going to do countouts in a Survivor Series match,
Mm-hmm.
watch the end of that match again. Pete Dunne should have been counted out. Roman Reigns should have been counted out. Tommaso Ciampa should have been counted out. Every one of them should have been counted the fuck out. Now, if you want to do countouts, here's what you do. You have Braun Strowman and Walter fight to the back, and they both get counted out and eliminated.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
It's not fucking hard.
it was just stupid. Like, why would you have a guy who is clearly dominating over in NXT and over in NXT and UK, and he's the UK goddamn champion, and you're like, here's a guy that Drew McIntyre isn't really doing anything important on the show. Hey, let's just have him lose with a Claymore kick.
Now, I will make an exception for this. If this leads to Drew McIntyre getting a UK title shot,
Please.
I'm okay with it. I'm much better with it. I don't think that's the case because I think he's going up against Joe Coffey at the next pay-per-view. But if that leads to Drew McIntyre somehow going to NXT UK to get a title shot, that's slightly better. And then Walter destroys him, as he should, because he's Walter. All caps. Like,
No, yeah, all caps. No other.
all caps.
All right, I want to talk a little bit more about this, including kind of what is NXT's newest position in the landscape of WWE here. But first, I want to give a shout out. We got a great thing going on over at IndieWrestling.us, the Indie Wrestling Network, IndieWrestling.network. We got a lot of great content, including within, I think it was up within 24 hours of the show. We had the Rise Wrestling Inclusion Revolution up on the Indie Wrestling Network. You can check out. It was a great night. I know, Ronnie, you were a part of that as well.
That was really fun.
And it was a really cool event that was for Special Olympics of Pennsylvania, Fayette County. I know a lot of the athletes of the Special Olympics were involved in coming out with a lot of the wrestlers that night too. So that was a really cool thing that was going on. And also, I can confirm that production and editing has begun on Refs with Rigatoni.
Yay!
That is a thing that is happening right now.
Sorg, I can also confirm that one Ziggy Heim has accepted the offer to do a Mandalorian podcast.
Fantastic. That happened before the show. All right. We're just going to have to, what, should that be like a direction we go in the Wrestling Mayhem Show podcast network? We just do shows that are other shows, but happen to involve wrestling.
Sorg, I want to do a whole podcast about Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Can we please? Like, seriously, I'd love to talk about it.
This might be a thing that happens. Hey, it's one way to expand, right? But anyways, go check it out. A lot of great stuff happening over there. Also, just this past week, some best ofs, including an old best of CM Punk Volume 1 has gone up on the network, including matches from like 2002 and 2003 on there with AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, and even some of our local favorites here that you can check out. And I say the Adam Cole, his kind of Pittsburgh run here that went down at the end of that was just a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Hey, greatness right there.
There's a greatness right there. There's your trailer for the Inclusion Revolution. Go check that out. A lot of great content. We're up to, I was doing the math, 3 to 5 new wrestling shows every month on IndieWrestling.network that you can get for only $5.99. You can go dip into the content. Unless we got Waffles with Women, which includes Ziggy Heim. You can also check out Breakfast with Champions, and of course, coming up, Russ with Rigatoni, and We Are Not Down There, and Duke and Doe's Hardcore Memories. We got 10 episodes of that, including Shirley Doe reminiscing about the good old ECW days. And side note, has nothing to do with the network, but there's been a Fight Society podcast that we've been rolling out the last couple months, and this week is BC Steel, which is fantastic. And then the week after that is a nice like 20. I got right in front of me here. No, I don't, because it's a premiere. We got about 20-25 minute talk with Shirley Doe that he gets really deep into some of his wrestling philosophy, actually, a little bit, and influences and things like that. And we've had like an hour interview with him here for Indie Wrestling or Indie Mayhem Show. And those podcasts are also posted over on IndieWrestling.us and WrestlingMayhemShow.com. A lot of great stuff happening all over the place with a lot of our great partners: Rise Wrestling with a Y, Prospect Pro Wrestling, Black Diamond Wrestling, and other partners as well. Renegade Wrestling Alliance. I knew I was getting one. So, and a lot of great, cool content there. Premier Championship Wrestling, we've been putting a lot of their shows up as well. And then we'll get another one up here in a week, I believe, will be the next release for them. So go check it out. We got a lot of content there. And support indie wrestling. All right. So with that, I want to come back around again. So we have WWE has introduced NXT to the rest of the WWE universe landscape. right? Which
and showed that they are much better.
and showed and
Yeah.
gave them the win at Survivor Series, right? This
Not
brand,
just gave them the win. NXT
they
fucking dominated.
Yeah.
They did. So really kind of pushing that as this is the next level. These guys are nipping at everybody's heels.
Yeah.
Please go watch on Wednesday nights. What other wrestling show?
I think we're gonna see an NXT title match at WrestleMania.
I think we've opened that up with Survivor Series. We had a title match with Pete Dunne and Adam Cole at Survivor Series.
Bebe.
Cool,
Bebe, excuse me, sorry. I
Sorry, it's a reflex. At this
I mispronounced his name. I think is this bringing us into NXT matches will be happening on pay-per-views. At the regular, no, you just this one instance, maybe Big Four.
We'll probably get a
Maybe
title
Big
match at the
Four.
Rumble and then a title match at WrestleMania.
I think NXT guys are going to be all over that Rumble.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I think we're going 10, 10, and 10, right?
I think we should go to 40-man rumbles.
What if an NXT guy
I think we
wins
should
the
go to
Rumble?
40-man and 40-woman rumbles. I think there's enough of a roster.
True.
Yeah, or keep the women at 30 and go to 40-men rumbles.
What's that, Ronnie?
I forget what I said.
That's
I don't think it was important.
okay. Skype run over. And a confirmation for Alex Cars out there out in Cali. So we're clear. The pre-show matches did count for these counts. Just not for Seth Rollins. So,
Well, Seth didn't watch the pre-show.
That's
so
right. That's right.
Seth is too busy trying to piss off CM Punk to worry about anything else.
There's that too. There's
yeah,
that
that was
Seth is too busy trying to book his own WrestleMania match.
That's not going to
Hey.
happen, Seth. Well,
I think it is. I think it is.
if it does, I will literally squeal in excitement. 'cause,
Listen, man. You throw enough money at anybody, and it's gonna happen.
was that your tie bot?
Yes, it was.
That's awesome.
Okay, when I got money to throw at the
Sorg,
camera, I always
Sorg.
got throwing.
Throw that money at the camera.
it's like-
it's,
it's
like-
It's like 50 cents technically, but
it's that was
So are we
perfect
gonna make a
shot.
tie bot bet on this?
I can't remember where we're official. What's the
I
where are
think
we at?
you
How
owe
many?
me like 3 times.
I need to go back to Thailand to get some more Thai bots because I owe you so many. Oh God.
The ye old tie bot bet.
At the 10-year anniversary, I just want to go back to Thailand with Chess Flexor so I can watch the rest of the ping pong show.
Yes.
Wait, you actually went to Thailand?
Yeah, I went to Thailand with Chess Flexor.
Study the lore.
You don't know
Ronnie.
about this?
What?
Go look
Ronnie,
at
study the lore.
just go look at my Facebook from 3 years ago.
Lorgatron.
That's the most random. Okay, yeah. Is there videos and shit?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm in.
the whole point was that I was shooting video.
No, I'm totally stalking your Facebook later.
Yeah, they're like, hey, if we pay for you to go to Thailand, will you shoot video for us? And I'm like, yes.
Did you guys go to Bangkok when you went to Thailand?
Yeah, Bangkok and Phuket.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Was the whole world your oyster when you're in Bangkok?
Wow, I mean,
One night in Bangkok and the world's your
I got offered
oyster.
things that I probably shouldn't have been offered. Yes.
Is it true?
I mean,
Are there chicks with dicks in Bangkok?
oh, I know that Flexor went to a Ladyboy show.
I love that fucking dude.
Oh, we'll tell you some stories off air.
Oh.
Anyways,
God, I gotta message him later. I'm like, dude, what
go
the
look
shit?
at his YouTube channel. A lot of those videos are on there.
No, I totally am.
Yes,
3 years ago, huh?
3 years ago. I
Wow.
just got the notification like yesterday of like the first day in Bangkok when I woke up and saw the view from my 16th floor hotel room.
Dude, like that's a good memory to have.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
a good fucking memory.
I remember those days.
Yeah, yeah. It was 3 years ago. I literally woke up on the other side of the world for the first time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's that. Pro
That's-
wrestling, man. You never know where it's going to take you.
That's a trip, man.
Anyways, back to other things. Yeah, Ronnie doesn't know the lore. That's not a shocker.
Yeah, seriously.
Ronnie,
Ronnie. All right, your homework for this week, Ronnie, is to listen to 691 episodes of the Wrestling Mayhem show.
I'll just skip 2 from 3 years ago and listen to and watch everything that happened to them.
there
in
you go.
Bangkok.
There you go. I don't know how much we talked about on the Mayhem show of that, but
I'm jealous. I want to go to Bangkok.
I was editing the Mayhem show while I was in Thailand, so
Yeah, because what
It was
did
like
Matt run it?
I think Matt ran it that time. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Awesome,
So,
dude.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. So how do we think NXT is going to be? Like, obviously involved with this, but I mean, hopefully we go back. Everybody's going to stay on their own show at this point.
I think
Yeah.
they
right?
are, yeah.
I mean, we're gonna roll back to that.
Because honestly, NXT has no reason to show up on Raw and SmackDown anymore.
Nope. They showed
They
it.
beat everyone.
Nope, they showed it. I mean, they showed up, they showed it. Now everybody else has to lick their wounds and carry on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, good establishment for them, good advertising for them. Also, it's Paul's brand, Triple H's brand. So, there's that.
Yeah, he's gonna be on backstage tonight. That's gonna be
Awkward.
Oh, I hope some awkward shit happens.
Yeah, I can't watch. So I tried watching. Thankfully, like when we finish the show, apparently when I pop on, if I pop on FS1, it's like the perfect time to land right in the middle backstage.
yeah,
right?
pretty much. Starts at 11,
so it's kind of like okay for that, but it's just like I don't know if it feels like something I'm gonna watch the YouTube clips of, but I don't think I can watch the whole show.
It's interesting. I only saw the one episode with Phil.
Yeah,
with our buddy Phil on it.
It feels so awkward.
Yeah.
Now, so it's like. Speaking of
And
awkward,
especially he's not going to be on every week.
oh, he isn't.
No, he's not.
Oh,
So I feel like they should have waited a week.
So he's not going to be on when Triple H is on tonight.
No.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, and he's not going to be on to address the comments from Seth Rollins. He's not going to be on to address the comments from Corey Graves.
What did Corey say?
Oh.
Yeah.
boy.
Okay. So let's do the Corey Collective right now because apparently Corey said something.
Oh boy,
that
Corey
supposedly
is turning into Zennial JBL.
Zennial JBL. Corey Graves, friend of the show, but he's been tweeting some stuff, and I'm curious thoughts on that. First one, he said something. I didn't know that this was a shot at Morrow when I first read it. In context, it was something about you wouldn't know it, but there's also a WWE Hall of Famer and a Ring of Honor champion on commentary talking about Saturday Night at War Games. They may have something to offer too. And then Morrow was suspiciously not on Survivor Series for quote bloating out his voice. So whatever you think of that, I mean that's the official statement, and I don't have any reason to think not that, but I also don't.
I do. It's called JBL. Bullying Morrow into almost leaving the company.
Yeah,
for a couple
because
years.
I mean, no,
even though Morrow says that's not the reason, I'm
no,
like,
yeah,
it's part of the reason.
It probably didn't help. So I don't, and again, I didn't know the angle of where that comment came from, right?
I hope that Corey issues an apology on his podcast.
We'll see what happens.
I don't think it's going.
He has been not much for apologizing lately.
No, he has not.
But also, and to be fair, he will also run down the stupid crap that happens on Raw.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
And when it comes to this Lana Bobby Lashley situation, he's been
Yes.
very vocal.
But
when
it comes to stuff that he has to keep mum about, he keeps mum about it.
Yeah, I mean he's still a company line guy, but they let him have a little bit of rope out there.
He gets like 2 or 3 actual opinions a show.
Yes, I mean that's the deal. So, but what was the other thing that he went into? Was he was bashing CM Punk?
No.
No.
I just think CM Punk would comment on it because
okay.
I think Punk knows Morrow.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, Morrow did call his UFC match.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means they're buddies, but that is a thing. So.
But yeah, I mean, anyone who's seen the Morrow documentary, like, just let the guy call his show. Let him have fun.
I am not aware of the Meltzer and Alvarez stuff. I kind of try to avoid that as much as possible.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I'm on the line. I'm kind of like buddying with the Bischoff and Pritchard idea that those guys are just not good for the business.
And we should talk about Cornette.
Is there more to talk about with Cornette? Really, we talked about it on the show mid show. Last week because it developed while we were on the show. I guess.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
The follow up is that he has resigned, and they say, "Well, he wasn't fired." It's like he resigned. That's what you're going to get. It's a company. That's what you're going to get.
Was he on Power this week? Does anyone know?
I don't know because I don't know where those tapings landed.
Okay.
So I mean, it
Oh,
debuted
Oh,
earlier
right,
today.
because
2 hours
yeah,
ago.
because that's all in the
Yeah,
can.
they got a lot. Yeah, they probably tape a bunch at a time. Like
Okay, well,
Lucha.
someone let me know when he is not on it anymore, and then I will try to watch it.
So, but there's been a lot of lashback on that and everything, including unfortunate conversations of people asking whether it was actually an offensive thing, which just make me sad.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how you look at that statement, it's offensive.
Yeah, it's I think
It doesn't matter how you look at that joke.
yeah.
It's offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like either it's just flat out racist, or it's flat out ignorant of other people's countries and their strife. And I'd argue it's both.
a little bit. But that's why there's a lot of more positive. I mean, there are a lot of more positive wrestling initiatives these days, thankfully.
Sorg, speaking of which, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Over Thanksgiving break, I am going to try and watch this week's Impact.
What? Oh, because they did the Southpaw thing.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of it.
I've been seeing gifs, and I know this is not a regular thing they're going to do.
No.
I know this is a one-time only thing. I don't know what Access TV is.
It's good. Neither do they.
I don't
But
use Twitch.
but it is a channel that has
I'm
It is a channel that has 3 different wrestling shows on it.
I'm going to try and find this episode of Impact.
Okay.
If someone wants to upload a link for me on the Facebook page when it's up, I would appreciate that.
Would you mind signing up for a free account on the Impact Plus app?
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. What if I give
no,
you
because I've
give you
seen their back catalog. I don't ever need to see
No. It's a free account. It's a free account. You have to sign in to watch the free. What if I give you my password for the Impact Plus app so you can watch the free stuff? Because that's all I have it for.
No, Sorg. I just want to watch this one episode of Impact.
That's right.
I'm not going to watch anything else.
I don't care. No, you don't have to watch anything else.
Sorg, I'm not signing up for Jack.
No, I just want you to sign in with my account. I want you to break the rules for me, Mike.
All right, I know how you feel about that. So
I'm not paying for shit, so I can let you borrow my login.
Okay.
It's just
all right.
It's just the log. It's just
Okay,
a login.
Okay.
I'll give everybody my login. You guys want my login? If I knew my password, I'd say it right now.
That's gonna be a hard pass.
No, Ronnie, have you seen what they're doing this week?
No, but I am a big fan of the Southpaw stuff.
So they're doing Southpaw Regional Wrestling essentially.
Nice.
And Jordan Grace is leading like a 4-horsewomen stable.
This is the part that I just watched.
Yeah, I saw the GIF of them. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this says. I need to watch it. I need to just experience it, and I'm going to watch it, and I'll have a full report next week.
Oh,
that is my homework.
And if you don't want to sign into the app, there are several clips and videos. There is a Muscles McGee, I believe, is.
Or don't spoil any of it. Don't spoil any of it.
Oh, jeez. Well, Congo Khan is the $300,000 man.
Sorg.
Oh, jeez. I just showed like 2 seconds of it.
Don't
looks
spoil. Don't spoil any
I
of
love.
it.
Listen, I love the crew over at Impact. they're
them
having
block
fun
me
with
on
it.
Twitter,
This is kind of the new trend. What's old is new, and having fun with that, and good on them for having their take on it, right? So,
I saw someone who I didn't recognize with a tennis racket saying cosplay wrestlers are ruining wrestling, and apparently, according to Tina, that is Sami Callihan, and that makes it even funnier.
I am watching. I'm looking at. Can I give you the titles of some of these videos?
No, Sorg.
Because
I want Sorg.
I don't. Somebody
Sorg,
is named.
do you want me to watch this, or do you want me to hear
do,
about
but
it?
I want to tell it. Cover your ears so I can tell the people out there. He's covering his ears. He took his headphones off. Okay, 1 minute. We see him. Yep. So some of the videos include Muscles McGee humiliates the $3,000 man, which I believe is Congo Khan, and I don't know. It looks like Brian Cage with a Canadian flag. The Rough Riders are the 4-woman faction. Let's see. Jazzy Fit Body gets the official offer of a lifetime, and it appears to be Taya Valkyrie and Joey Mercury. Or I'm sorry, Joey.
Stop recapping the whole
Joey
show.
Ryan. What's that? What?
I was waiting for you to tell me when you stopped.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Yeah,
Damn
take
it!
off, yeah.
Stop recapping the whole show.
There appears to be a pizza man named Rapid Delivery. Yes. Okay, come on back. Come on back. Okay. I'm glad he has his own webcam so I can let him know what's going on over there.
I don't want to know any spoilers.
I need to watch
please.
it. No.
Yes.
Friends don't let friends spoil Lucha Underground or Southpaw Impact for Regional Rest Impact.
I don't want to say. Oh,
Gotta love those regional wrestlings, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, wrestling is fun again, and hey, we're gonna come back in a moment, but I want you guys to let me know. And I know a lot of you guys already respond on the groups of what you're thankful for in wrestling. That is the big question this week. But in the meantime, rolling from that segue about a half an hour ago, Ronnie, there it is. Our friends supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Slice on Broadway up the street here in Beachview, Carnegie, PA, the East End of PNC Park, and of course, please, wherever you may be. I mean, look at the chat room. The last few names I see commenting are from California and Washington State, not PA. So if you are out there and you want some slice on Broadway, find a Broadway Avenue in your town. There probably is one. Take a picture of it and tag PGH_slice on the Twitter and let them know you want a slice on your Broadway. Help with that global expansion. Get it out there. Get it west of the Mississippi. And check it out. And thank you so much for Slice on Broadway supporting the show for all these years. And Chalk and Wrestling whenever I come in to pick up our pizza. So we're going to head over and check out what Katie's got to say and be right back with the big question. There's a video thing, right? And like we don't have those yet.
For what?
You guys haven't done your thing yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Is that starting next week?
What are we talking about?
That thing you're doing leading up to the thing.
Oh, yeah, we're starting them on Sunday.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were talking about the other thing that we were talking about earlier.
No, we're not talking about that thing until something happens.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea what the fuck you two are talking.
We'll discuss
we're
it
speaking in
later.
Listen, we got to need to start talking in Carney when we talk about this on the show.
All right.
Babe.
Yeah, just wait till I tell you what's happening.
All right, I'll wait for y'all to smarten me up to the business.
Just say something awesome got greenlit that I'm really excited about.
Oh, was that the thing you tweeted on Twitter?
Yeah, but I can't talk about it.
Oh, you tweeted that?
Gotcha.
No, I said on.
I only saw your message.
No, I said on the Twitter that there's something I'm working on that's really awesome, but I can't talk about it. Or
I
something
just
like that.
assumed you were watching Rookie of the Year.
No, but that is awesome, and I do enjoy it.
On my fucking playlist on Disney Plus right now.
Yeah, Sorg.
Jeez.
Sorg, did you add Wish Upon a Star?
I did not.
Sorg, add Wish Upon a Star.
I added Disney's Doug though.
No,
Don't do it.
Sorg. Sorg, we're trying to steer
wanna
you in the
watch
right direction.
I have all his DuckTales to watch, and
Sorg.
is the new Beauty and the Beast worth watching?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorg, add Wish Upon a Star.
I mean, here's my wish list right now. First of all,
Yes.
the top bid is all you guys. I'm working through Rebels. I'm on season 2 of Rebels. I need to go back to Clone Wars because there's actually references to stuff in Rebels that I probably should finish Clone Wars for.
I haven't watched either of those.
Like why is Darth Maul alive?
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
amazing.
cool.
No, that's fucking great.
Even I know that, Sorg.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know much about it, so yeah. All right.
Sorg, he's alive because we need a third act whammy in Solo.
Yes, that will never be paid off.
It might.
It might. You think they're doing another one?
Yeah. I think they'll absolutely pay that off somehow.
We'll see. Probably another
As
cartoon.
long as Ray Park is still alive and pretending to be a toad struck by lightning.
As he should. I'll be honest, I zoned out. I missed that conversation for the past 2 minutes. So the last thing I heard was Ray Park turning into a toad, and then I automatically was like, no, yeah, as it should be.
Yeah.
So
Also, I want to watch Marvel Rising too.
it's good. I enjoy the
Is it?
girl, all girl show.
Mhm.
I'm a big Squirrel Girl fan.
Okay.
So
I was also rewatching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Mhm.
Our world's about to break.
There's a random like Secret
I
Wars.
forgot how much of a banger that theme
What is
song
this like the Secret Wars that's in here? I think they're shorts though.
Yeah.
it's in there. Don't watch Spider-Man Unlimited. Just let it go.
I've watched bits of that before.
Oh, I've
on
watched
Netflix,
Spider-Man
yeah.
Unlimited before.
It's the
Yeah.
Jersling shits.
Is it?
I've seen worse.
Oh no, yeah.
Ronnie, I have a question.
Yeah,
Have you seen the MTV Spider-Man?
it's on there.
Is it?
No, it's not.
It's not on there.
What?
No, it's not.
No.
Is that with Doogie Howser?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It only lasted a season, but
It
I was okay with it.
It was great. I thought I
It was.
loved it.
That was when somehow MTV got the rights to Spider-Man,
Mhm.
and nobody knew how it happened. They had
Yeah.
they had the rights to it for a contract. And
It
then
was
they're
so,
like,
it was the only time, like before Iron Man, that we thought there might be a shared Marvel universe
yeah,
because Michael Clark Duncan played Kingpin on that show.
yeah.
And oh god, I wanted that so badly.
Mhm. I liked
I
him as
wanted
Kingpin.
it because I like Daredevil.
Here's the thing about Daredevil. It was an underrated movie for what it was.
Yes.
People didn't appreciate it, which is
Correct.
understandable because the script wasn't that good, but the movie was okay and it was doable. You know what I mean?
I think if that movie came out after Batman Begins,
Yeah.
they would have gotten a legit sequel.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Batman Begins told people that, hey, you can have a longer superhero movie that's kind of dark.
Yeah.
Hey, so why is the '90s Spider-Man listed as just one season and like 50 some episodes?
It's weird. They need to fix it.
Is it just not right?
Yeah, something's been up with it.
Also, I love that like most of the episodes are like 5 to 14 chapter arcs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's how they did it. They did chapter
That
arcs
is
on that show.
crazy. Like so, X-Men kind of did the same thing, but they didn't actually chapter things.
Yeah.
I
No,
remember.
X-Men had a lot of standalone bubble episodes.
They did.
I really like the Days of Futures Past episodes.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good.
So I highly recommend Wolverine the X-Men and X-Men Evolution. By the way, as
Yeah.
Yeah,
standalone things.
Yeah,
those are
absolutely.
both
They
very
were
good.
very good,
Yeah.
very good, and maybe an easier watch than watching the '90s show
Well,
for many that aren't as nostalgic about them.
I still enjoy the originals because that's what I grew up on.
Mhm.
It's like really nice to watch the original Spider-Man
Mhm.
because I love just sitting there and binge watching that.
Talking about
Because
the '80s or the '90s?
the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Same era.
Yeah.
so I've been listening to it at work.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been focusing a lot more on the voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
You realize a lot of actors when you're just listening to the voices.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who voiced the Hobgoblin?
I remember it being something. Oh wait, that's Mark Hamill, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And
Yeah.
he's basically doing his Joker voice.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
He's basically doing his Joker voice. And I
That's
like
why it was so
it's-
memorable.
it's something I only realized while just listening to it. And Uncle Phil does a villain. I
Shredder.
forget which one it is.
Oh no.
He
No, he does a villain on Spider-Man.
Oh, for real?
Oh.
Yeah, I forget which one it is. Oh no.
Nice.
Oh, he might have played Rhodey. He might have played War Machine because
Mm.
yeah, War Machine was on Spider-Man.
A lot of people were on Spider-Man.
I know. Because when I first watched that, I was not into comics.
Mhm.
I was into Spider-Man. I didn't know like when they say Stark Tower, I didn't know what that meant. When they say Jim Rhodes, I didn't know who the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Like it was great. Like,
So,
rewatching it now.
Again, I'm kind of concerned about watching it now, but I do appreciate they have the Marvel Power Hour, Iron Man, and Fantastic Four on here.
I need to watch those. I want to watch that.
I remember they weren't even quite as good from what I recall as like the Spider-Man X-Men stuff of the time.
The 2005 Fantastic Four is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was very, very good.
I can't wait for the Fantastic Four to get back in the MCU.
Oh, did I tell you guys my theory on how to bring the X-Men into the MCU?
I think you've told me once.
Open up the multiverse, and they step through.
But all right, very quick. This is for Gold. So,
Hold on. Okay, now we're recording for Gold. So
Okay.
what is it? What are we doing right now?
so basically, I'm giving my theory as to how mutants get involved into the MCU.
Okay.
I was rewatching Age of Ultron, and they were telling how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver got their powers. Now it was the Mind Stone that was being used, but the Mind Stone didn't give them their abilities. The Mind Stone just awakened something inside of them. My theory is that the Mind Stone activated the mutant X gene that had laid dormant in all of humanity.
So kind of like what they did with Inhumans.
Kinda, but a little bit different. But now, the reason you can bring mutants into existence now is because of the snap. The snap has affected half of the population of Earth. And the people who were brought back, some of those people are bound to have a mutant X gene. So when they were brought back from the blip, some of them came back with powers that they didn't have before.
I'd be alright with that.
That's how you bring mutants in, and that's why you can have mutants of all ages, shapes, races, creeds, all that.
And you also have a I'm talking Ultimate Universe, but there are versions of the Marvel Universe where the X gene turned out to be a science experiment by the government.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go that route.
But I'm saying there's
saying that Namor might be in Black Panther too.
Yeah.
And
But
I have a feeling Namor was the first person whose X gene was activated, and then his ability was that he could breathe underwater and be Aquaman essentially. And because he was the only mutant, he stayed underwater so that his species would not propagate. That's my theory on this whole thing.
Also a good show, Hulk and the Agents of Smash.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of goofy and weird.
I tried watching that. I couldn't get into it.
I dug it. Something different. We should talk about wrestling.
Oh, this is a wrestling. We keep going back to Disney Plus. We should just do a Disney Plus show.
We should just do a Disney Plus show while we're at it.
We should.
Let's just talk about. I mean, it should be.
Let's just do one.
I mean, it's just going to turn into the Mayhem Podcast Network, and it's just us talking about Disney Plus and whatever we want to.
I think people will be right with it.
Yeah, I mean, let us know out there if you like that idea. Also, I had another thing I was going to touch on. Oh well, it's gone. Oh, also, big question. He-Man's Masters of the Universe WWE toys.
I want them.
That's. I think that's what I said when I first saw the commercial. Ronnie's going to want those.
Yeah, I need them.
Yeah. That needs to happen. They're pretty great, actually, from the looks of it. So,
I believe I saw one with Rey Mysterio as Stratos, and I couldn't think of anything more perfect.
Yeah. From that, hey, the big question. I like to do this around Thanksgiving every year, and I know a lot of you guys answer it, so I'll go through those as well. What are you thankful for in wrestling this year? What are you thankful for in wrestling this year? A lot of wrestlers actually responded to this question.
I am thankful that there is a lot of different wrestling now. Not just one company. You have a bunch of other companies, a bunch of other choices. The possibilities are endless.
It's kind of local and national at this point.
Yeah. Everything, the possibilities are endless. We can go anywhere and work anywhere and get new opportunities because now that everybody's stuff is easy to get out there, everybody's seen your stuff and they are interested in bringing you in. Like, the possibilities are endless, and it's great.
It's worked out for you so far.
Yeah.
So you
Thanks, man.
could say it's a whole new world.
Shining, shimmering in all its splendor.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Oh God.
Hold
Too
your
much Disney.
breath, it gets better.
That's what I hear.
Mad Mike,
I'm sorry.
Mad Mike, what are you thankful for in wrestling this year?
Oh, I'm thankful for Keith Lee's Spirit Bomb.
What?
Keith
It
Lee is
never
the shit.
doesn't look great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looked great on Roman Reigns. It looked great on Adam Cole.
Keith
like,
Lee. Keith Lee is an impossible human being.
He's gonna be a star.
Oh my God. He was made this weekend.
between Keith Lee and Rhea Ripley, that's your future of WWE.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those two right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, did you know Rhea Ripley is 23?
Fuck.
Wow.
23, and she's this good already.
And also point out, she was a different Rhea Ripley. If you go look up Rhea
Oh,
Ripley in
yeah,
the first
yeah.
Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, she went from Charlotte to Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened,
Yeah, I'm
and
okay with it.
she's all the better for it.
Yeah.
So
I love her.
we have from the Wrestling Mayhem Show group, we asked the same question. The Rev Ron Hunt responded, a staircase that randomly sits at RWA for me to put Jordan Styles through a table.
Oh,
Okay. There's a big staircase there.
Don't kill my other tag team partner.
Yeah, I know.
Come
That's kind of
on,
personal for you,
man.
isn't it? Huh.
Hey, brother, you gotta protect your tag team partners.
There you go.
I mean, I
That's
don't
on
work
you.
at RWA, so I can't really do anything about it.
No.
Oh, please, you can do a run-in. Hashtag run-in Ronnie.
Running Ronnie, half the fans do.
See?
It's RWA, baby.
In that case,
Oh.
I'll see you guys next month.
There you go.
Just make sure to drink a White Claw when you do it. That way there will be no laws.
I'm gonna
That's
scream.
right.
There are no laws. Feel good. There are no laws.
There you go. Calling our shots. Calling our shots. Bring a table with you, too, because Devon's going to be there.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I gotta bring the good guys then.
There you go. Hey, yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta do
they
that.
should book you.
Oh.
One guy that is known as Noctis says the wonderful marriage between the good guys and anything involving Sorgatron Media.
It's true.
We are having a good guys Christmas special this month.
In
next
3
month.
weeks, 3 weeks from tonight.
Are you groaning over that there, Mad Mike?
Don't you dare fucking
It's
groan.
all the good guys.
No, it's just the Christmas specials. I want to be there in studio because I can never get away.
Oh, we
I'm
miss
gonna need you to
We'll
buy
make it
some
happen.
eggnog so we can technically drink eggnog together, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh, as long as I can find time, there may be some musical accompaniment.
Mhm.
Ronnie, because you've never watched the show before, you don't know this, but I'm known to be quite musical around the holidays,
Very nice.
and I'm known to make up my own songs about wrestling.
Yeah, you might. Your homework assignment might be to go pull up some Christmas episodes from
God.
10
All
years
right.
ago.
Can we
All right,
can
there
we
was
write a
one.
song together and produce it for the Good Guys Christmas special?
I may be in the process of.
He's
We'll
already
work on
working
it.
on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is.
I need time to sit out and write out all the lyrics, but
I'm super pumped.
I've been workshopping.
So,
But Ronnie, there was one song I did a couple years ago where I did the Chipmunks Christmas song.
mhm.
I did no, hold on. I did this live doing 4 different voices.
Wow.
This is not a joke. I had a sheet in front of me saying who was who and who I was supposed to sing what part as. I believe it was Dusty Rhodes, Triple H, the Macho Man, and Santino Marella.
There are several versions of the 12 Days of Christmas that we've sang over the years too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That. Actually, I could. Ronnie, if I got a list of 12 Days of Wrestling Christmas, could you and the good guys flavor us with that?
Noctis, I know you're watching. Give me a thumbs up and say yes in the chat because I'm in.
Okay. All right. So I will work on that because that one doesn't work as well with people over the computer.
No. We're going to have to keep that. The
But-
carols in
but-
the studio.
No, we'll
But
definitely
if I
do
can
it.
have you guys do that one, that would be amazing.
Oh, we'll definitely do it.
Back to the thankful. We'll do our Christmas plans
Yes.
later. Trapper Tom says busiest KSWA year yet with 25 events. Wow.
That's pretty good.
in the greater Pittsburgh area. I know
Good
they
for
were
you
all
guys,
over
man.
the place. Yeah, killing it out there. And I'm glad, like, so many of them, that gives me more chance to watch a wrestling show instead of work one.
Hey, Trapper Tom, hashtag book Ronnie, eh?
Mm-hmm. Brohemoth, a decent dominant year, great times with a lot of great people, and most importantly, the Sorgs. Jim Shireman, the Shireman, Green Mist.
Yes.
Referee George says, finishing my first year in the business without totally sucking. I can't believe he's only been around a year.
Proud of you, George.
Jeez.
You did a great job, man.
Jeez.
You're better than Nick. He should have quit the business.
He's better than most of the referees we work with.
That's true.
He seriously is. Yeah. I mean, George is one of those guys that when I see he's on the card, I was like, oh, it's going to be an easy night as far as...
He is legit my favorite referee, and I tell him every time we work together.
Absolutely. Sean Phoenix, a few things. Congratulations. Sean Phoenix came back to wrestling was officially, I guess, in November.
Another dude I'm proud of. Good job, buddy.
Good for him.
Absolutely.
Good for him. I got to do that thing for him tonight. The Fiend and NXT on USA, says Richard. Duke Davis, thankful that getting over and going over are two things I've never cared about. Just here for the free pizza.
Okay.
There you go. There you
Hey,
go.
I'm honest.
That's good. That's good. Our friends from the main event. Billy Johnson, thankful for the chances I've had to see wrestlers like the main event, among many others, hoping to see them more often in 2020. And as always, Billy, I know you know we just saw him Sunday hanging out with us for the pay-per-view party. Always, get better soon. I'm hoping everything heals up all right with you. Chip out there says NXT. Tatiana, pretty thankful for wrestling being a place I can call home. In the past two Angel Gate shows, she had her debut match at Angel Gate last month, and I think she had another one this month as well. So, and I gotta say, for first match, looking very good. So, so keep an eye on Tatiana Rose out there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle says, to be honest, just being a wrestling fan, it is a great time to be a wrestling fan. And Paula says, AEW and The Fiend, Firefly Funhouse forever. So that is just from the Wrestling Mayhem Show group, because I know we do have.
We have more in the chat.
We have more in the chat room. We have Mike. Can you pull up some of those in the chat room, please? Are you
Yeah,
do you have that available? And I'll queue up my next one. He sent it up.
I'm just going to the top of where people started. All right. So Alex Cars says he is thankful for wrestling keeping my head out of the mess that's been this past year. Wrestling is very good for that. Brandon is thankful that AEW is made so WWE can take legal action to all the pay-per-view names they use and with whatever else they do. Matt Carlins says he is thankful for Saturday night pay-per-views and for WMS and every other island of sanity in the scene of idiot online wrestling fans.
I believe Matt he typically has to work the overnight shifts Sunday into Monday, so that's probably a relief for him.
Yes. Tina says she is thankful for having the chance to see quality shows. And Cubby is thankful for Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda, and also for Ronnie Starks being a turkey.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Absolutely.
Once again, if I don't see a turkey suit this week, I don't know what we're doing in pro wrestling.
So what are you thankful for?
What's that?
What are you thankful for?
I'm getting through everybody else's thankful. I want to make sure I don't take anybody's.
Okay.
Alex Miller on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group page, having quality wrestling on Wednesdays and whatever indie event is going. Chris says AEW and NXT giving me quality wrestling on Wednesday nights. And Mark says Hooven winning the high stakes title. Yeah, congratulations to Hooven. He won that a couple months ago, I think now. Mm-hmm. So, and Hooven's looking good too. Got to see him at a couple events in the last month. And that dude's putting it together too. Geez, what am I thankful for? I am thankful for a lot of the opportunities and experiences and friends. We kind of were joking earlier, kind of pro wrestling and contacts in pro wrestling got me to Thailand 3 years ago. And now it's like, pro wrestling gets me to travel to work with a lot of different talent. I think we had... did we do it this year or last year? I think we've worked with about 13 different groups this year. And that's always an experience. And even, down to being able to go to like AEW Raw and run into people, that we know, in front of in the audience and sometimes backstage. It's really cool to see like that community, that Mayhem community kind of connecting everywhere. I'm thankful for being able to travel and meet you guys in the audience when I'm traveling to California or wherever else, through Texas. It's really cool to have that kind of broad community that we have going on here with wrestling, with this Wrestling Mayhem show thing that we're doing, and I'm very thankful for that. I mean, that's, no matter what, I know this show is going to keep going, and you guys keep showing up here in the chat room every week and listening, and we see you at the shows, and it's weird to see, like, I passed a fan at a show this past month, and they nervously said, "I watch you on YouTube." Like, it's a very weird, very fun thing that's going on right now. And I don't know, after 14 years, I think we're on to something with this show. 700 Club, baby. All right, with that, did we miss anything? I think we got everybody in the chat room too, right?
When is the 700th episode?
When is it? I have to do the math.
Yeah.
This is 692. So
yeah, okay.
We'll have at least 3 or 4 more episodes this year.
So a little over 2 months.
The anniversary technically is at the beginning of January, but we can maybe just go ahead and do 700. We'll just have to do the math on that, Mike.
Okay. All right.
Math. Take care of that math, Mike.
Sorry. I think we have to dress up.
Dress up? What?
Yeah.
What is it, 700 Club?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I'll dress up like Brother Love. It'll be great.
Jeez. But anyways, I don't have anything else to segue into. What am I supposed to advertise right now? Hey, PittsburghWrestling.com. There's a lot of wrestling going on, especially if you're in the Pittsburgh area like us, and we feature that over on PittsburghWrestling.com. The 2020 dates for most of the groups here in the Pittsburgh area are out. They are there, including Prospect Pro Wrestling was just added. Hell, we even have that new NXT date that just came up for the Pittsburgh area. Mm-hmm. So go over there, and there's when there's stories that come up in the mainstream media, we pop them over there. You got an upcoming events calendar. You can see already the first 2 weeks of December are super busy with 5 wrestling shows. 6 wrestling shows, because this is actually cutting one off now I think about it, over the next couple of weeks. And of course, like I say, you go to that event calendar if you want to start planning out your 2020. And I know some of the groups out there have plenty of more dates coming for 2020 as they're working out their schedules. But as it is, we're already looking at January. And in January, you will be able to go to a wrestling show every weekend. We're back to that. And as we go, I'm sure the rest of this is going to fill out too. So keep an eye on that, PittsburghWrestling.com. If you want to say, if like, I want a button, I want you to be able to go to istherewrestlingthisweekend.com and it to say yes or no. That's my next thing I want to code, right? Is there wrestling in PittsburghThisweekend.com? And we need to work on that. Or there's a button, or it comes up on the side. Is there wrestling this weekend? Yes. So, or an app. Maybe it's an app.
If it says yes, it should be like a picture of a local Pittsburgh indie wrestler giving a double thumbs up.
That's right. It could be the Good Guys. Good Guys. Yes. There you go. There's your picture right now. Yes. All right. I forgot why I wanted to do the segment.
Sorg, you know what else I just realized?
What's that?
Once we turn the new year, do you know what's going to be time for? Mayhem Mania.
Mainstream Matt, are you hearing this? Are you ready for this? Is your body ready for this?
I have so many match ideas.
Well, I think half of them just happened at Survivor Series.
No, not even close.
It's oh god, the 700 Club episode. He says.
He says big push for Patreon that day.
Oh, with a scrolling thing and man, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a whole lot of fun.
We'll have to perform miracles, Sorg.
Yes.
We'll have to make wheels walk.
Oh shit!
I'm not sure how we do that, but
no, I don't know entirely how that works out. Hey,
I'm pretty sure it's the spirit of Jesus, the guy that stabbed John Cena in the nightclub.
So I understand there's another wrestling show this weekend. Well,
there sure is.
I guess to be clear, there's going to be several. I will be at several shows, including Revenge Pro in Erie Wednesday night in downtown Erie. That's going to be fun. Thanksgiving Eve. Saturday with UXWA up in the Cleveland area. And then we're going to, of course, be at Holiday Havoc at Black Diamond. Ronnie, you'll be there. There's a lot of Christmas trees.
There is.
Sword.
I hate them.
I know those ones are not going to make it.
Nope.
What's that, Mike?
It's Havoc.
What'd I say?
Havoc.
Halloween Havoc.
Havoc.
Well, you know,
Havoc.
sure.
I'm just trying to help.
So there is a Starcade special Sunday on the WWE Network.
There sure the fuck is.
Yes. Is that an excited or hey, there's another show?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well let's look at 2 matches have been announced for this.
Mm-hmm.
And this, of course, is taking the name of the classic, the WrestleMania of WCW every year, and turning it into a spot show in the South. As I knew. But we do have 2 huge matches. I think they were announced today.
Yes.
Including a fatal 4-way women's tag team championship match with Kabuki Warriors, Bliss and Nikki, Bailey and Sasha, and Charlotte and Becky. And then I know you've been waiting for it, Mike. Rusev and Bobby Lashley in a last man standing match.
Now I wonder if Lana's going to be there because there is a restraining order of 90 miles or 90 days.
90 miles or 90 days?
That's what Lana said.
That's seriously what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be one of those lower produced.
Becky also issued some shade about this match because as of today she is now the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, as of today, I'm the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, so I'm just thrilled to be in the tag team division.
You know, I started thinking about that. How much has she been defending her belt?
Raw is not stacked with women's talent.
Yeah.
Now, if I were running Raw, I would have Becky in a feud with the Iconics.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do because it's the Iconics.
Yeah.
And they are damn delightful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can have a lot of fun with that. Like they're feuding with them. Like one gets a title shot, the other gets a title shot. I mean,
yeah, and then eventually Becky is just like, fine, I'll take both of you on in a handicap match for the title.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it writes itself. It's not hard to do because like we want to avoid another Becky Charlotte match at all costs. At all costs. I think even Becky and Charlotte have said on television they don't want to fight each other.
Yeah, because it's good every time, but they've done it so many times.
It's done to death.
Yeah. It's like just because you're the 2 most talented people on our roster doesn't mean we need to keep doing this.
Sword.
Two of.
I will accept. Yes.
2 most talented on Raw's roster.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
you. That is a roster with Asuka and Kairi Sane, Sorg.
Yes, who are the women's tag champs. So,
yes. So they cannot challenge individually for titles.
Yes. Well, we had a lot of there's been some big changes. And speaking of titles, let's talk about this for a moment. Shinsuke Nakamura has a new Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a Lucha Underground title.
Little bit influence. Doesn't feel like an Intercontinental Championship title.
No.
But it looks like a nice belt.
Yeah.
I like it. And also reminded Sami Zayn is damn delightful as backing him up. And his slam dancing was on. I don't know if Sami is actually injured or not. We were trying to figure that out when we were watching that match. But I hope he doesn't injure himself on a Shinsuke Nakamura entrance. Because
he is known for injuring himself during celebrations.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is actually known for that. So he I believe, didn't he mess up his elbow entering the ring for a John Cena match?
For his match with John Cena.
Yeah, when he was still
on his
NXT
Raw
guy.
debut.
Yeah.
he tore his rotator cuff or something.
Yeah, something crazy, just like hitting the steps or something.
Yep.
So, Yeah. Maybe that's why he's not doing much. I don't know, but he's great with that. Him. On the pre-show, he was tearing into Booker and Christian, and
As he should be.
yeah, and he was doing great.
Yeah.
Good for Sami Zayn. Good for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Sammy's doing all right. I wish he'd wrestle more.
Interesting thing
But-
happening. Well, we know about El Generico's t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy who works on a farm, right?
Yeah. Sami Zayn versus El Generico. I know cameraman Rob's awarding him.
Now, sorry, this may be rumor and conjecture. Was El Generico the guy who rescued Rey Mysterio from the dungeon?
That is a purely speculation at this point.
Okay.
And it depends on which dirt sheet you read.
Gotcha. Okay.
But Pro Wrestling Tees, I thought this was an interesting email I got the other day. Now has Kevin Steen merchandise.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I'm just like, Kevin
Where's that
Steen.
guy?
I'm like, and then I immediately ran to the website to see if Kevin Owens got let go from WWE. Because I'm like, oh shit, what happened? It seems like kind of an odd.
I think they're just allowed to do that because there are a lot of guys that have, like
Yeah.
a lot of NXT guys still have their own pro wrestling tees.
Yeah, it's pretty great they're doing that. So they're allowing them to,
Like even Gargano and Ciampa have.
they'll kind of work their own brands and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Stone Cold's over there, Hogan's got a thing, like anybody that kind of has their own, has their own license to do things. Like WWE doesn't own Macho Man. Like I think Macho Man owns Macho Man, right?
I think technically
right?
Lanny does.
Lanny does, yeah, that makes sense. And there's one over there. CM Punk's always owned his name, so he's got merchandise over there. Austin's got one, and then you got like this is no longer like the indie page anymore, right? It's kind of.
I mean, you can still find it.
oh, there's definitely stuff in there. I know a lot of guys that have pages over there. I mean, we still have a couple of shirts over there for Wrestling Mayhem show. Please buy them.
We need some more shirts.
By the great Alex Cars. Well, I don't think we're
we
allowed.
should get a hashtag Book Ronnie shirt.
Hashtag book Ronnie.
That might upset a few people.
That might a little bit. Well, if we start wearing them to shows.
Hey, if you're not pissing people off, you're not doing it right, Ronnie.
Hey,
no,
just trying to get over.
Controversy creates cash.
That's right.
what I heard somewhere.
Or at least hot dogs in the
At
indie
least hot
world.
dogs, yeah.
At least hot dogs, fresh out of the hot dog water. There was a point I was trying to get to with this.
It's all right.
Kevin Steen,
Yeah,
Kevin
Kevin
Steen
Steen
guy.
shirts,
What was the thing you were also saying? While we were watching War Games, it was just like we're watching and we're like, this is Ring of Honor 3-4 years ago.
Was it?
Every guy there,
Yeah,
every guy in that War Games match,
it was great.
it was amazing.
Well, think about. All right, so I was having a discussion at work. I'm pretty sure that every active woman on the Raw and SmackDown rosters currently have all been in NXT.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
None of them are not. The only one I can think of, and I don't even know if she's technically active anymore, is Alicia Fox.
Mickey James as well.
Mickey James is not currently active
She's been
because
doing
she's injured. And she also had a match against Asuka in her return on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
So even Mickey James doesn't necessarily count because her return match was in NXT.
But not somebody that like came up through NXT.
No,
Right.
but she made her return to the company
That's
after getting hit by a train. Let us not forget she was hit by the Hogwarts Express.
Yes.
She was hit by the Hogwarts Express, and she ended up in Florida.
God bless you.
Nice.
God bless you, Impact
James
Wrestling.
Storm. God
James
bless
Storm.
you, James
James Storm and Impact Wrestling.
Sorry about your damn choice.
I have to point out there's a Steen Zoo Expert t-shirt
Nice.
Excellent.
as
Yes.
part of this. Fuck, what was I gonna... I don't know what to do with that.
I just think that's really interesting that there's not a single woman on the main
well,
Raw SmackDown roster.
Tina's calling out Natalia, but under
At-
your...
in NXT.
She was in NXT. She had some matches with Charlotte coming out.
She had a match for the NXT Women's title against Charlotte. Like she was in the tournament
Well,
to determine that.
the first like NXT arrival on the network.
Yeah. I mean, even Natty has roots in NXT.
Mhm.
They may not be where she started, but
Mhm,
technically,
mhm.
if you count where Natty started, that was at Calgary Stampede.
Mhm.
And that's grown through, and you see, man, Ring of Honor's been Ring of Honor has been like, we talk about like, oh, NXT, all this talent came up and they've had to reset. Ring of Honor has had to do this multiple times, and they may be getting their worst blow right now.
Yeah.
It's
Although
self-inflicted.
I was going to say it's also probably self-inflicted
Mhm.
because we did get, like I said, a lot of those guys featured this weekend I'm like Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor, right? Like where they come from. And it really was like, I'm watching this match and harken back to the good days of watching a Ring of Honor match here in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
When those guys, when we had Bullet Club, Adam Cole, Bebe. And then now you've seen that again, but this time everybody went and formed AEW that was worthwhile. To the point where I keep hearing about how personnel is going to AEW, from the agents to the light board operators to the ring crew, are going to AEW from Ring of Honor. Like that skeleton personnel that makes the show run well is going.
I don't blame them.
Apparently not, and it makes me wonder. There's the news about Kelly Klein this past week, which, wishing her the best of luck because she doesn't deserve to be treated by what it sounds like she's being treated like in that company.
Absolutely not. I hope she lands where she can wrestle when she's
No,
healthy.
she's kind of had a bullshit year in dealing with promoters this year. Like flat. Like flat.
I'm sure both AEW and NXT would scoop her up in a heartbeat if she decides to do either of those.
Well, BJ Whitmer's in AEW and has been very vocal about this situation, and obviously there's contracts involved, or maybe something would have happened by then. And also, she's dealing with a concussion. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When she's like all right again, I have a feeling she'll be scooped up very quickly.
I really hope, because I think some of the girls there in AEW, big fans of, but I think that division is, especially compared to what WWE is doing on all levels, is severely lacking.
Yeah, like, all right, AEW.
There's promise. Don't get me wrong. There's promise.
There is, but they need to learn how to better pace their divisions. Their tag team division is exceptionally strong. Their singles division, I really wish they had never said wins and losses count. I really wish they had never said that, because if they hadn't said that, I'd have no issues with their singles division. But they said it. And it really, really...
It's because that kid pinned Cody Rhodes, isn't it?
No, it's because you can't suddenly decide which matches you don't want to count. Because you have creatively booked yourself in a corner. Like, that's what happens with unsanctioned matches.
Okay.
Like, and yes, they're turning it into a story now, but that's only because they realize they fucked themselves.
Whenever you say, well, they turn this into a story now, I never want to discount that wasn't the plan.
No, Sorg.
No, seriously, because having heard booking discussions about the plans, though, they here and there, and then eventually we get to hear. Maybe you don't know the lines in between that get us from A to B, but there's a skeleton, and there almost always is. And I can't believe even WWE, as haphazard as it feels week to week on, like I say, a Monday Night Raw, there isn't some kind of plan. Sometimes the plan gets dumped, right? Or changed, or something else replaces it because something else happens.
About things,
or it's a booking by committee because it's a big corporation and they have to fill 3 hours of stuff. But I don't believe, other than everybody's on a plane in Saudi Arabia and not back for SmackDown, that we really do throw. What happened, even to the point of what happened on SmackDown, was, well, hey, we're just going to bump up that thing we were going to do next week anyways.
I don't think that was ever the plan. I don't think that kind of invasion thing was ever the plan.
Seems like exactly what they do.
No,
not that version of it. Not that version of it.
I'm saying not that version of it.
No, No.
if that episode of SmackDown doesn't go off as highly received as it was,
Mm-hmm.
I think the build to Survivor Series would have been vastly different.
Okay. Okay.
I think it would have been vastly different.
But it is a thing. There was still going to be interplay in this build
Yeah.
to Survivor Series to a 3-way thing. And just because,
But it wasn't supposed to start then.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But it gave a little more energy to it. And maybe it wouldn't have worked as well in the long run, but it did, and that's the way they went.
I think it was just going to be these are the matches that are booked, and you'd have the individual shows talk about them on their individual shows. And maybe on the go home week you have one or two crossovers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I think that was the original plan. But because the NXT invasion of SmackDown went so well,
They just stepped it up.
they just amped it up to everything.
Yeah. And that's that is being good reactive booking. And I think, and maybe it is or isn't the case in AEW, but I think making this lights out thing a storyline is part of the plan.
Well, if it is, I don't like the plan.
Okay.
I think the plan
we've talked about your issue with lights out matches to begin with. So it's interesting.
Yeah, we don't need to react.
And just like let's say the first few episodes of Lucha Underground, AEW is kind of setting the rules for how they do wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, let's see how this pans out. I
want them to flesh out their women's division more.
Well, that definitely needs to happen, and that's going to be.
And I'm not going to watch AEW Dark. Sorry, I'm not going to watch it.
And I think you are lacking in the experience for not doing it.
It's really good.
It is really good. It's a very good. Listen, I just like a really good wrestling show, and it's a very good wrestling show.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of very good.
I mean, I skip all the fucking recaps because I don't need that.
No.
I really don't need that.
But I think they need to. If AEW Dark is going to count, then, if it's going to matter.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to book storylines and stuff, they need to show me on their main show what happened on there.
Have they not been? Have they not been flashing back to it?
They don't do that.
Okay.
They don't do that at all.
There's kind of a presumption that maybe you're looking at that.
And I hate that they need to do a recap of their rankings on Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to go to Twitter to see what their fucking rankings are.
Is it not on their website?
I shouldn't have to go to their website, Sorg. I should be able to watch their television show that they're producing and be able to know what the rankings are. They should have a scroll on the bottom of the screen. Current singles rankings, current tag team rankings, current women's rankings. It's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to dedicate a whole segment to talk about it. During one of the matches that go 20 minutes, a scroll underneath. Current tag team rankings. Current singles rankings. That's all you need. And if I don't pay attention to it on the show, that's on me. I don't like that they make you go to a whole bunch of different places to see stuff.
Well,
because WWE, to their credit, while they have stuff everywhere, the stuff that counts for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, even if it happens on Twitter, on .com, on YouTube, wherever, they show you it on the main show.
Not always.
More often than not.
They will from time to time, but sometimes so-and-so has been saying a lot of stuff about this person on Twitter lately, and we don't get an on-screen graphic per se.
They do that, though.
It happens at times, but I'm saying it's not. I don't think it's as. I think it's kind of slipped in there more than anything. I'm actually having a hard time finding the rankings in general.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That is an issue.
It shouldn't be this hard to find the rankings.
Well, hey, I kind of made a big thing about another local promotion that had rankings, and well, I don't understand your rules and your rankings.
Yep.
Put it on your website.
Yep.
And then we ignored the rules. So, anyways, but
were they drinking White Claw? That might be why. There's no laws.
I don't think he's a White Claw drinker, Ronnie. I don't think you've ever seen him with it in the hand.
No. Yeah, you gotta drink the claw, man. It is the law.
No laws when you're drinking claws.
There you go. All right, guys.
By the way, if there's not a like peppermint themed White Claw called Mrs. Claus out this year.
Oh,
What
there
the fuck
definitely
are
will
we
be,
even-
dude. There has to
What
be.
the fuck are we even doing?
Oh, I know why I can't find it because they have all the gifts up for AEW Dark. So,
But that's what I'm saying.
but
There should be a
Yeah.
dedicated
There should be
page
a
on their
tag.
website for the rankings.
yeah, I'm not seeing it. Definitely not seeing
Exactly.
it right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
If
under news.
you're
I saw
basing everything on the
results.
rankings and I can't see it when I go to your
roster.
homepage,
Hold on. We're doing the thing right now.
all right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. You're
Yep.
right.
That's weird. Man.
I'm with you. I mean, especially if they're starting. And I felt like just in the last week they've been making a big deal about these rankings.
Mhm.
And
And Scorpio Sky is getting a title shot.
right.
I'm sorry. What exactly is his singles ranking? Because I guarantee it's not as good as PAX.
Mhm. Well,
This is what
also,
I'm saying. Like,
whoa. Just
do
because you have rankings doesn't mean title shots are not going to happen just for the number one
yeah,
contender.
no, actually it does.
Yep.
Because that's what they said. That's what they said, Sorg.
Okay, but
That's not me.
okay, that's what they said.
That's not me. That's what they say.
Okay, but sometimes there's personal beefs and challenges.
But no, Sorg.
But you're saying that can never happen.
If they say, Sorg, they're the ones that said wins and losses matter.
That doesn't. Whoa.
No, but what I'm saying is, Brandon Cutler, a guy
Mhm.
who has not won a single match on television.
No.
If he walks up and kicks Chris Jericho in the dick, does he get a title shot? This is the exact segment that they made fun of on Raw a couple weeks ago with Shelton Benjamin and Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
This is the exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Okay.
You can either
Right.
say wins and losses matter,
First of all,
or you can do storyline.
First of all, we're not talking about AEW's catering. Okay.
fair.
Okay.
But you can't. But you can't have. You can't say wins and losses matter and then do storyline title matches.
Mhm.
You can't do both.
Ronnie, you're giggling over there. What do you think?
Yeah.
You've been booked in a few things with rankings and such.
Yeah.
How's that Triple Crown Championship treating you?
Good. Yeah, we're defending it, and I don't even know if we're defending it at the anniversary show.
I don't know what any of the matches are at the anniversary show.
Your strap.
I don't even know there's going to be.
yeah.
I don't even know there's going to be matches at the anniversary show.
We're doing something.
All I know is you'll see it on Facebook.
Yeah. It's gonna be live.
As far as I know,
Nice.
I don't know. Nobody's told me any different.
I'm literally gonna grab the camera. From
Nobody's
you
told me
and
not
be
to show
like-
up and
yeah.
connect it to the internet.
I'm literally gonna grab the camera and be like, "Hello, Facebook. Hello, welcome to the anniversary show." Indubitably. Yes.
Anyways, what do you think about booking?
I mean, AEW's okay right now. you know.
Okay, all right.
It's a little confusing. They're kind of like I don't know, contradicting themselves a little bit. But it's okay. I'm enjoying it for what it is. Sure, that's my answer.
But see, the thing is, again, I'm not talking about the in-ring. The in-ring's fine. The in-ring's good.
It's just the
But
office making weird decisions. And
Everyone knows me. I'm a story guy.
Okay, to be fair, so while the actual rankings I have not located yet, if you go to the roster page, I actually like this. They do have everybody's
win-loss.
win-loss record
Yeah, but
on here.
all right. So I finally had.
So,
I went to their
kudos.
Twitter feed. Sorg, I went to their Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go back to 4 days ago
Mm-hmm.
for these rankings. Which, by the way, these at least one of these should be a pinned tweet.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of them should. All
Just
right.
for a few days. Maybe it wasn't
Sure.
until Dark came out.
Sorg, do you want the top 5 singles rankings?
Let me know.
So at number 5 we have Kenny Omega at
Mm-hmm.
3 and 2. At number 4 we have Hangman Adam Page,
Mm-hmm. It was at 5 and 5, right?
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Overall 5. And
This
5.
must have updated with Dark today.
No, because there's a singles ranking.
Oh, I see. It's 4 and 3. Yeah.
There's a singles ranking and an
Okay.
overall.
All right. By the way,
Which,
Brandon.
by the way, don't put the overall ranking on there. Just don't put it on there.
That seems
Just put
confusing. That does
Yeah,
seem confusing.
because it doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
It's not like when you go to like the NFL standings
Mm-hmm.
and they say the Cowboys are 6 and 5.
Well, then
But
that
they're 4 and 0 in their division.
that
Like,
also tells
no one
me
says
that this is not a 1-to-1 thing. You know,
It's used as a tiebreaker, but they don't say that on the graphic. Just keep it as your singles rankings.
okay.
Anyways, number 3 is Cody at 3-1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Moxley at 3-0-1, and number 1 is Pac at 4-1-1. You know who's not in their top 5, Sorg? The guy getting a fucking title shot. He's not in their top 5.
Let's see what his actual record is. He is 9-3 overall, 5-2 tags, 4-0 in trios.
And how many in singles?
0-0.
Oh, that's weird.
And yet he's getting a title shot.
Okay, all
See,
right.
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. If it was someone like Phoenix, who has a singles record that's undefeated, sure, I buy that. But Scorpio Sky has not had a single one-on-one match in AEW.
So then how do we start to wait when we get like a year into this, when there's like, hey, this person has a 3-0 record and he just came in?
That's what I'm saying.
Versus-
This is why rankings don't work.
Yeah.
If anything, you do it on a points-based system and you reset it every month. Or like after the pay-per-view, whenever your pay-per-views are, as soon as the pay-per-view is over, everyone goes back to 0.
Okay.
And then you get a points-based system. Like if you win by pinfall, you get 2 points.
And maybe we base so we can build something. We base the next challenger on that just ended.
Yes. Yes, because then you can even have rematches if you want. If the guy who lost at the pay-per-view, busts his ass enough to get another shot, then there you go.
I want to point out that Orange Cassidy is 1-0 in a trios match.
Or Orange Cassidy is my spirit animal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You see the video where they ask him what he was doing in that bathroom?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
I forget what he said.
Okay.
But I don't even know if he said anything. But
like that's what bothers me, because I look for logic in storytelling. Everyone knows this about me. I've said it for years and years and years. It was one of my biggest problems with Impact, with everything. I already had concerns about AEW going in about if they can tell cohesive stories. Right now, they're proving me correct that they can't. That's my only issue with it. Like, you have to be consistent with it.
Absolutely. Well, other than math, what did we learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that Keith Lee and Rhea Ripley are gods.
Jeez. I learned apparently the entire internet has a hard-on for Rhea Ripley. Holy shit.
Dude, right?
Or you should have known that already.
Well, yeah.
I learned both those things that you both were talking about.
Oh boy, I learned that when things feel shitty, I can go to a highly redeeming wrestling show and feel better about myself. And that was Saturday at Rise Wrestling. I was like, this is not an icky wrestling show just for icky wrestling. This was good wrestling for a good cause.
Oh, and I also learned I could listen to Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker talk for hours.
Can we get more of that show? Can we get another 2 hours, please?
Supposedly, they recorded for 4 hours.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, that was... I just want The Undertaker... talk. I want Mark Calloway just talking about his career the entire day.
I learned you got to watch out when you give Dominic DeNucci a live mic.
Oh boy!
What did he say?
Mick Foley was here in Pittsburgh at the Improv. Our friend of the show, Matt Light. I shared a video of him with Mick Foley on the Mayhem Show Facebooks. Remember he told the story about how he June 28th he didn't get this. He didn't get it was his birthday and he didn't get to go to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And his dad's had a cable box that fizzled out because it was a illegal cable box. So now he's come full circle. He actually got to tell that story on the show with Mick Foley on stage. But so at the end, as usually this has happened here in Pittsburgh, you'd see Dominic come up. He brought Dominic up the first time he was here, his trainer, of course. But he also brought Preston Steele, who I know was just inducted in the KSWA Hall of Fame, and a couple other guys. I couldn't remember the other guy's name, but Lord Zoltan was up there too. All Dominic guys. And they were just telling stories for the last 20 minutes of this thing between them. Learned a lot of stories about Italy and Africa. about their trips over there. It was really cool, and how many times Mick Foley got arrested in Italy. So, which includes, this is not my point, but includes one time, the second time he got arrested, because the first one was just like them doing stuff with the Italian flag by shining their boots. And then the next day, Shane Douglas decided to get in a fight with him in the middle of a gym to try to put over the next show, which was already sold out.
Oh boy.
Yes. But somebody asked, what do you think about, the current product versus how hard you guys worked back in the day? And Mick's given this answer, but like, I'm not going to say that the people don't work hard. They're out there. To be true, these guys are working their fucking asses off. I mean, look at a game, shows like War Games and everything
Just
like
look
that.
at Adam Cole's, since last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Man had a
Jeez.
ladder match.
Hardest current guy working in wrestling.
He had a
Holy
ladder
shit.
match. He invaded SmackDown. He had War Games, and he had a fucking match with Pete Dunne where he lost his fingers.
Exactly. But so like Dominic stops him in the middle of the thing and says, "Give me that mic," in Italian. And he goes, "The wrestling today is not worth a dime."
Oh boy. Oh boy.
To eruption of cheers and standing applause to end the Mick Foley show at the Improv for Monday night. So
Nice.
that is what I learned. You watch when you give Dominic a.
I wonder what wrestling Dominic DeNucci watches these days. I'd like to know what he thinks of Orange Cassidy.
There has to be something to that, because I know, God, you talk to Jock Sampson, and he's like he prides himself on being able to have a well reacted to wrestling match with as little wrestling moves as possible. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying anything that is not. You can't tell when you watch a Jock Sampson match. I think he would appreciate that guy. But also that Orange Cassidy can get over by just being Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
He's the smartest professional wrestler working today.
and he'll last the longest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Also, Tina learned that heel commentators can't get out of their own way. So you know how that.
Ain't that the damn truth?
Oh, seen that a lot on the indies. So, all right, Ronnie Starks.
What did I learn in wrestling?
No, did you? I thought you already said that.
I did. What were we? I zoned out.
This is where you plug stuff.
Oh yeah. You can follow me on the Twitter at Starks Wrestling. You can follow or find me on the Facebook at Ronnie Starks. You can follow me on Instagram at the Ronnie Starks. And where you can find me.
You got at least one show this weekend.
Yeah, I got Black Diamond on Sunday.
Black
And
Diamond.
he will be
Benwood,
wrestling
West
in a
Virginia.
giant turkey suit.
God, I hope not. Don't put that idea in Rick Diamond's head. Don't do that.
Hashtag double Ronnie.
Somebody message Rick right now.
No,
I
don't
know
you
somebody out
fucking
there has
dare.
his Facebook.
Don't you guys fucking
Wait,
dare.
did the Deck the Halls match get over with him?
He laughed. He's like, if somebody gives me a bunch of lights, we can do it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, might be
Oh,
donating to the
boy.
cause.
Yeah, that's the only way because he's
man.
not going to buy a bunch of lights.
Yeah, he just bought a bunch of Christmas trees. So
Yeah, so if somebody brings him a bunch of lights.
By the way, he's
do
giving
it.
those pictures of the Diamondplex with all those Christmas trees at ringside.
Yeah.
They are not making it through the show. I remember
No,
last year
no.
Beastman chucking a Christmas tree at somebody.
Yeah.
So
Something's going to happen to them
Just
trees.
what's that?
Just one?
I think there was only one. Now there's at least 5 of them out there.
Yeah, there's way too many.
Boy. Oh boy.
Now, what is it going to look like? The film a wrestling show at Christmas Tree Lane? We're going to find out. Oh yeah.
I'm at least kicking or
I
throwing one
want
of
to
them
eat,
trees.
and for me, I specifically name drop Cranex Christmas Tree Lane up in Hermitage, PA.
And I popped so fucking
right,
hard.
okay. I know some people got that one, and so now I want to get Zeke Mercer to be like an animatronic with candy canes or something.
Someone needs to
help me
DDT someone
out.
else through a wreath.
through a wreath.
Through a wreath. And then when they pop back up, their wreath is
Their
red.
head is, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just
I need to go to Crane X here pretty soon.
And if there are
Couple
porta
years.
potties at said show, someone needs to come out and say
No.
shitter is full.
no, but there is a unisex bathroom.
Oh no, oh my god, Sorg. All right, this is a question before we end the show. Has anyone ever had a Home Alone brawl
What?
for Christmas?
And what would that involve?
Where the only weapons allowed are things Kevin has used in the Home Alone movies.
Oh,
That
no.
includes a
Whereas,
blowtorch.
as opposed to a bag of thumbtacks, it's a bag of micro machines.
Well, at least you didn't say.
And somebody has to yell,
Yeah.
"Keep the change, you filthy animal."
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
And then it's
God.
Dennis Gregory, and you throw fucking change at him. Again, respect the lore.
Respect the lore. I have to respect the lore more often.
Mad Mike 483 on the Twitter.
YouTube.com/Poppy.
Of course, of Sorgatron on the Twitter. This is the last podcast of the week. Well, okay, we're recording one tomorrow, but it's not technically one you're going to see. But we will be back with regular stuff. We should be back next Monday with the Monday Mayhem wrap up, in at least 3 weeks of Mayhem getting thrown down before the holidays. We got plenty of interviews scheduled. I don't know when they'll all go out on podcasts. Well, we have currently scheduled Bubba the Bulldog, as well as DK Abel, as well as Tyler Klein, the Trophy Boy, and Marshall Gambino. We are going to give a live mic on the internet again.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, Marshall.
Yeah, it might be during your work day, so you might have to put it up there in the office. I hope.
I don't think I'll be allowed to.
I hope you're going to wear your Marshall Gambino hat. Wow,
I-
he's very reserved when he gets in the show, but we'll see if I poke. We'll see if I poke him a little, get his real opinions on things.
Just ask him to move something.
Yes, he moves a lot at those
The
wrestling
Gambino
shows.
moving company.
Oh boy, thank you so much. Thank you so. Sorry, I just had a flashback to the move this that we'd yell at him.
Move this.
Yes. Yeah, well, we've talked about it enough on the show. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Get high off that tryptophan. We'll see you next week. Mayhem out. What the fuck? Problem, motherfucker. Thank you, everybody on the chats. Edric Everhart says that you look like a shitty ventriloquist dummy.
Me or him?
You.
Thanks. Thanks.
I don't know. He's like, why do you look fucking dead?
Oh yeah, I just got really tired.
Yeah. We tend to lose them throughout the show here. It's fun to watch the crash.
That's why you need to keep eating pizza.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No.
because apparently, so
What?
I feel like that was a jab at me.
No one knows how to get over.